here today in Jesus' name. Amen. Father, lead us and guide us and let us have all whatever they want to say today and be a progress to us in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Lord. A round of applause for our daddy. We can all have our seats. We are all special guests. So we want to meet you. If you have a farm, you tell us the name of your farm, the number of pets, before we introduce the graduates and then the special guests in our midst. So I'll start from you, sir. The mic.
Mr. Jonathan, I am a distributor of hybrid products.
Wow.
I have a small backyard farm which I manage on my own.
You're a farmer. You're welcome, sir.
Praise the Lord. My name is Chef Murphy. I'm coming from Oyon. I'm a farmer.
Poultry. How many birds? What's the name of your farm?
The name of my farm is
You don't tell us, no problem. A round of applause for him. The mic here. Okay. She is Mrs. Adenike Lamid. Farmer Nima. So mélòó ni àwọn ẹyẹ yìí? Ẹ̀fẹ̀ ká mọ iye wọn. Only reason that bẹ̀rẹ̀ iye wọn o. Don't use just small. Ẹ mọ iye wọn, ẹ sọ iye wọn fún wa. 10, 20, 50, 100.
My name is Farmalert. I will say I'm a farmer because I've been learning Belas for long. But presently, I don't have any. I just moved to this side and I'm assisting mom there for the meeting she has for now.
So how many beds? Now tell us. We are rewarding farmers, and I don't want to know the number of beds you have.
Okay, my name is Mrs. Ologure Cecilia Awosede. I'm a farmer. I've started before, but along the line I stopped because of the way they were dying. So I'm
starting again, ma'am.
All
right.
Hello. I'm Miss Destiny, which everybody knows Iyabich. I'm a farmer, vegetable farmer, also a chicken farmer. I have 200 beds.
Wow, 200 beds.
Good morning. I'm a retired. I just start a small farm.
How many beds, sir?
I have 50 layers. 250.
My name is Musa. I'm this family that So, my farmer, but last year something transpired and I did not go down. So I want to start again.
My name is Rikachima. I'm here for my mom's graduation.
Alright. Did you tell us the name of your mom? Let's know your mom. We have a lot of mommies here.
It was a blessing.
Alright. This is Ngozi blessing.
Good morning, great farmers. Good morning, great nations. My name is Mr. Andrew. I'm from Bondre Farm.
Wow.
Presently now we have up to 3,000 to 4,000 pairs.
Wow, that's massive. We are all welcome. Is there anybody that is hearing of Farmalert for the first time here? We all know about Farmalert. Oh, are you a farmer, sir? can see that we have our elegant looking mommies and the daddies in the middle. And they are the ones graduating today. So we're introducing them to you. They will tell us their name of their farm, the number of beds they had before the training commenced, and how many they have now, what Farmalert Academy has done to their farm, the expansion and all of that. So we're going to start with Mrs. Mary Obiano.
My name is Mrs. Obiano, and I'm the CEO of Leoma Farms Integrated Analysis. So before the commencement of Farmalert Academy, I was having 5,000 beds.
5,000 beds.
So now, to the glory of God, I have 26,000 beds. And Farmalert has really done a great job. In fact, even if we start today to talk about what Farmalert have done in these few weeks, we won't be able to finish, because the students know and they will forever be grateful. In every aspect, in anywhere we go, we represent Farmalert. Anything we do, we'll always remember Farmalert. So there is nothing I can say to quantify the happiness we have today, because my eyes have been opened to so many things that I didn't know. And now when I talk like a great girl. Yes, as I can enter my farm last week and discover that one of my birds have corail, and I said, please don't vaccinate them. So, I want to say thank you to Farmalert. I'm grateful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ma. We move on to Mrs. Chineye Chukudire.
I think just their name
Okay, the name.
and what they think about themselves.
My name is Chineye. I have a small farm of 1,000 beds. Before Farmalert, I could not read my debts myself. And when I started this school, I saw the mistakes I was making. I had the confidence to start reading. In fact, I don't think I can buy points of there except to Farmalert. Read my own beds. And I have 500 broilers now. I didn't have broilers when I started. But now I have broilers. And I'm going to do more. I have the confidence to do more.
My name is Ezorungo's Blessing. When I started with Farmalert, I've been having mistakes. But Farmalert opened my eyes of understanding and showed me the hidden losses in poultry business, which has been helping me. During Christmas time, they showed us how to start. I tried oil, and by the grace of God, all of them survived. By the grace of God, because of the knowledge, the impact of the knowledge the Farmalert has put in us, I can be able to buy like 3 plots of land and never want to start.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Michelle. Before we started this training, I came from the Golden American Press. Legally, I'm the field manager there. So before we started this training, we had like 3,000 plus birds. But as of now, we are building about 4,200. And with the help of Farmalert, we want to commercialize our feed, and they have agreed to be our partnership in selling of our feeds. Thanks to Farmalert.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zonuta Amuyaka. And I had been a small-time farmer before Farmalert discovered me and invited me to the academy. I was rearing 50 broilers with my layman's knowledge. I eventually ended up losing half of the beds before the end of the training, before the end of the rearing, the harvesting time. And luckily, just before I called the beds, Farmalert asked me to come and join them in the academy to learn. So I decided to pause I was planning to expand the business to about 500 beds and then acquire a piece of land. Farmalert just called me and I got this opportunity. I can tell you for free that I am the better for it. Thank you very much, Farmalert.
Good morning. My name is Kapari Ahmad Tibitokwe. I started from since last year. Before I came to Farmalert Academic, I have 200 beds. But now I have 1 bed. I have a Farmalert Academy. Yeah.
Inside the open, you were waiting.
I think I'm to introduce myself. Yeah. My name is Ido Ufemi. I'm a farmer by qualification and by practice too. So,
where were you before you started this academy?
Wow.
Where are you now?
We were in the stage of trial and error. It's our little experience then. We're trying to push it through.
Manipulate.
So we're trying to dance around it and see it to survive. But coming to Farmalert, it makes us understand the basics that what we are getting wrong is not that special. It's just the basics we are missing. So the time has shown that what causes those our trial and error just because we neglect some basic factors. So coming to the academy has been one of the best things I think that happened to me. So it's really changed my orientation about farming, that farming is a business. It's an enterprise that's worth it. It's not just what we can put in and just try and just live. It's the modern thing now. And I'm sure we are just starting because it's research like this, the market, food is not seasonal. So people eat food every time and there's a large market for everybody. So it's then
you are now a qualified farmer.
Exactly. Thank you.
My name is Razak. I'm a farmer, so I represent Golden Gate Farm, a case of Ekwe. So we have about 15,000 capacity, though it's not fully stocked now. So, like my colleague said, by profession, so I'm a farmer, 2 by practice too, because I studied in school. So then, studying in school, with this experience I had, generally, I always believe I almost knew it all. So, but along the way, like when we started, so they usually ask us questions, like what are our challenges and everything like that. So one of the great challenges for me and most farmers around is usually have low production percentage. These are our layers now. So you go to a state that we have to set our standard around 78-80%. But if you are doing 78-80, you are doing good. Meanwhile, you are doing very, very bad. So Farmalert Academy has made us understand that with the experience of the different lecturers that have come around. So they made us understand that what we are doing, in fact, we are running with loss. We are running at loss generally. So we've been taught different things we have neglected over the years. We've now seen that you can actually raise the 5, even 90% if you follow the basics and you get it right from scratch. But most of us, we try to go through shortcuts, try to get point of A, going to gate and things like that. We forgot that the basic is actually from raising. So Farmalert have actually helped a lot. So it seems as if we just started all over. So now we are going back to the farm as a new farmer, qualified and more experienced.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
We have in the house Mrs. Josephine Nzere. She is the director, Venture and Talent, she'll be talking to us later, and then I'm going to introduce myself. I am Olaito Messi. I work with Farmalert. And then as we're proceeding to the next thing on the agenda, I'll be introducing the CEO himself. The CEO of Farmalert.
So today it's a bit of an emotional moment for me, right? Because sometimes you think of ideas in your head and how to execute it becomes more like a daunting task. The biggest farm in Abuja, premium farm, with over 500,000 birds, packed up like a month ago or thereabout for avian influenza. I know most of you here are experts in biosecurity, right? Because you went through the class. You know, I gave us a story in one of our classes of a shellman who had a little money, some savings, and invested the 60 million into building his farm. It didn't last 8 months. So in my short 14-15 years, I've seen big farm close down. I've seen small farm close down. When I was in school, and I keep saying this in a joking manner, but it was a very serious issue then. A woman took a loan to stock 2,000 birds, and then the birds came down with the borrow. And as the birds were dying, she was dying. She was admitted, and it took a lot of convincing to tell her that the bird, her life is not the same thing as the life of the birds. But you know, you think about the loan, especially if you collect some of this LAPO loan, they will knock at your door, and then it's mostly a slightly very terrible moment. Every day we deal with farmers. Farmers call us, we talk to them. And I realized that most of the things that causes farms to collapse are things knowledge can solve. So people call us. And so again, have doctors, right? But they are basic knowledge without having doctors that if you have, can keep your farm afloat. So when the idea of us buying eggs came in, because we're running a pilot, we discovered something really very major, right? People were not having enough eggs. And not that people were not having just enough eggs. Farms were also closing down. You know, like a week ago or so, one of our very good customers walked in and said she just wanted to say hi. But I know the volume she does on a weekly basis, but now the farm is no more. So what we eventually did during this pilot project is to select people, right? And we selected just 10 this time around. And we said, we are going to expose you to the best of the best. Fortunately for us in Farmalert, we have contacts with the who is who in the industry as it stands. And you will agree with me, the students will agree with me, we give you our very best. We have the likes of Dr. Wageti come to the class 2 times. We have the likes of the hybrid general manager, Dr. Mikel, doing like serving farmers in the hundreds of thousands. We have the likes of Dr. Dan Okeke, we have the likes of Dr. Moses working with BI to come to the class. And you guys did well in this test. How come? we gave you about the best in the industry. And we are proud to say that despite we've not seen all the academia has achieved, we've seen some. We've seen the likes of Mrs. Ngozi, who through the energy the academy gave, went to buy land to expand. You see, for us it's touching, really very touching, because people are losing confidence. And one of the key things we discovered while we were starting this thing is that the more you know, the more confidence you have. The more you know, the more confidence you have. A young, small kid was fighting a big person, and then he was caving. Then the moment he noticed his dad was around the corner, right, his confidence grew. And then he beat his chest to confront something that was bigger than him or her. All of you here have checked your confidence level. You know, somebody even said she's now a vet doctor, right? So that's the level of confidence that people now have. Because you need this level of confidence to be able to grow your farm or succeed at whatever you're doing. Now look at the likes of also Nano Farm, which story really depicts what we're trying to achieve. Moving from 5,000 to 26,000. That's a very good success story for us. And to say the least, we're really very proud of all we've achieved within these 10 weeks. And of course, we are also proud of every student who have been well behaved, except some few people who misses class. But fortunately, we also have some gift pack for some special people today, at the end of today. Some have called. Nasser was supposed to be here, but he will be joining us online shortly. Someone will be leaving with a cutout of a million today as a best student, supported by us. Some people will be leaving with gifts here and there, and then a few supports that we have. Having said this much, I want to thank every one of us. Mrs. Josephine, who has actually been, so we're supported by 2 major organizations, 3 or 2. So BI is a big organization supporting us, but BI created the Making More Health Accelerator, which Farmalert is part of, and who has practically just sponsored this pilot. All of you came Mrs. Olaita, unless he ever asked for 1,000 from any one of you. Have you ever asked for funds? So no. So it's all being paid for from start to finish. And courtesy of Making More Help. I know some of them are watching online. And we're giving them some opportunities to say a few things at the end of the day. And so we also have Ashoka. Ashoka is a social enterprise that breeds leaders, people like us. I'm an Ashoka fellow. And usually we have the director of talent and venture in Africa here having to give us lectures, because whatever any social entrepreneur does, that is part of an Ashoka fellow, we have this cloud that supports us. And the reason why she's here is to just support everything we're doing, and we thank her for it. So she will be taking the next class. We're supposed to have Making More Health say a few things, but we'll get them to say those few things after our class. So please, with a big round of ovation, I want us to welcome someone who did all the support in the social enterprise sector.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here and listening to all your stories, because it all starts from taking that first step. And I'm really excited that you had the courage to take that first step. Because without courage, we can't achieve anything. We have to have that courage and discipline to take the first step. So my presentation, how are we going to do it? Is it going up here? Here, okay. So very soon you will be with farms with 500,000 birds. Do it. As long as someone has done it before. And even if someone has never done it before, you can be the person that will start it. That's the way it is. It takes one day and it takes one step. Alright. So today, I'm happy that all of you have started. Because now we are going to look at how do we build that enterprise that can scale? How do we scale it? And I've selected a few keys. It's not like the forever keys, but it's keys that are important to me. So with these keys, I'm sure you'll be able to learn something. Please, next slide. There's something that's it's coming up. Thank you. All right, thank you. So if you notice here, given that we are farmers, we can see the ground and we can see something growing. For this to grow, you must make sure that the soil is the right soil, right? You can't plant it in a clay soil. It wouldn't grow. That's the same thing with our business. Our businesses, we must be able to plant it in an environment where they will thrive. Location is everything. So what is the location that you have chosen for that business? I believe in competition, but when competition becomes unhealthy, it becomes dangerous. I remember many years ago when the sachet water started, popular pure water, and you come into a row of shops, maybe 5, 6, or even more, and each person is selling bags of pure water. In order to make sure that they are having sales, they will employ maybe one little girl that will be standing, hey, come to our shop, come to our shop, you know, that kind of thing. And then there might be a quarrel that will ensue between one shop or the other. You took my customer. But it would have made more sense if when the first person started selling pure water, another person will sell biscuits. Because definitely when you eat biscuits, you need water. Another person can sell food and then be taking water from that woman that is selling pure water to add to her food business. Another person can sell changing or plantain chips or anything. What I'm trying to get at is that let us have the mindset of creating value chains. Don't get into a space or a location where you know everybody on this street is selling chicken. And then you go to that same location and begin to sell your own chicken. And then there will be a problem. So in your business, as you want to scale, look at your location. Another thing about location, don't choose a location that people are just driving by. You understand? There are certain businesses, when I see it located, I'm like, what was the person thinking? That the person put this business here. Because that business is in a place where people are just driving by. Who will stop? Do you understand? Who will stop? So you find out that 1 year, 2 years, I know one, it's closed. Because everybody is driving by. Another thing I observed one time was that a woman wanted to open fast food, which is good. But its location. She opened the fast food in a space where you have families living. Is a residential, core residential area. But the core residential area was low cost. So what those block of flats people would have wanted is like an executive mama put place. That would have made more sense than the regular fast food that you know they cannot afford. Imagine if that woman with that her location, she will write executive mama put, come and eat. Do you know that everybody in that place will come and buy food there? and they come with their plate, they can buy 200 naira rice, 100 naira rice, 100 naira beans. By the time if she had done that, she would have a queue in front of her business. But she didn't, and it wasn't long, it was closed. She started trying to sell bread. It didn't work out. Now she has closed it down and she rented the space for people to use, either business or church and all that. So location is important. You must know what you are doing, and you ask yourself, if I'm scaling this thing, will it scale in this location? Will it grow in this location? Does it have that ability? So location is everything. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay. Another thing you have to do is that you need to ensure you are ready for growth, and you have built a system that will accommodate that growth. Are you ready? I want to have 1,000 breaths. Do you have the space? Do you have the training? Do you have the resources to feed 1,000 birds? Do you have the space? Or I need, because the little knowledge I have about birds, I know they don't like it being in a cramped space. They die. So do you have that capacity? If you are looking at growth and scaling, do you have the capacity to actually handle that growth? If you don't have the capacity, I don't believe in building castles in the air and dreaming something you know is impossible. What you should now do is building that system that will take you from where you are, the location where you are, to a larger one. So that as you are growing, as your vision is to get to 1,000 birds, you have the capacity and the space to get to 1,000 birds. So that's it. So you need to put a system in place for that. So if you are scaling your business, you need to put that system in place that shows that you have what it takes to move from 250 to 500 to 1,000 and 5,000, 500,000, whatever it is you want to grow. Next slide. Funding. You know, this is where many of us hit the rock. Finding money, scaling a business costs money. Build partnership for scaling. This is a great leverage for growth. Funding. Find the money. I want to move from 500 beds to 1,000. Do I have the funding? You know, sometimes there's something that happens to us when we are passionate about our idea. You are dreaming and dreaming. I always say, calm down. Calm down. Let's deal with the realistic things. Do you have the funding to move that business? You don't have. Let's take the scenario, probably you don't have. What are the partnerships that you have that can create scale? Am I a farmer who has 500 birds and I have a partnership with someone that the birds are small, but she can lease her little space to me, and then I can bring another 500 birds and house it in that person's farm? That's leveraging a partnership. But the problem with us in Africa is our partnership is so rare. They will steal my bird. They will do this. I'm not telling you, I'm not saying that your suspicion is not valid. It is valid. But I think that for us to grow in Africa, we also have to grow in the way we do business, in the way we relate with one another, if we really want to get to that height. Because partnership is key. It's not everything that you require to have the money to go and buy land, do this. You could leverage on existing platforms to do that. And you have not spent money. Everything is about memorandum of understanding. What is your agreement with that farm that you are going to put 500 or 1,000 birds in? What is the agreement? And then make sure that both parties keep to that agreement. I don't believe in, I want to bring 500 birds, can we take it? Thank God. Let me go and bring them. We go bring them. We have not discussed how the birds will be fed. We have not discussed vaccination. We have not discussed how to keep the cage and everything clean. Because all that is part of it. We have not discussed that. And I'll just go bring my 500. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. And I go. And then tomorrow I come to her. My 500 beds. What happened? Why is it 200? You didn't lay the right foundation. So you can't even ask that question. So please, let's know how to leverage your partnership for growth. But find the money. Don't treat your business as if the whole funds that are coming into it is your personal salary. Because the money sometimes is with you, but you don't know. It's the way you handle the finance. I always tell every business owner, put yourself on the salary. Because if you don't put yourself on the salary, all the money is yours. Everything that comes in, you want to cook soup, you take from that. You want to buy dress, you take. You want to pay school fees, you take. But if you put yourself on the salary in your business, you know the amount of money that is yours, and you know the one that must pay for the business. Actually, the best formula is you set out salaries, you set out production costs. When I say production costs, what is going into that business, and you set out savings. That's the way it's done. And you are the one to know what is the percentage. In a percentage of 100, is it 30% that goes to salary and 50% goes to production costs, and then 20% is savings? So that by the time you want to expand, you go to the savings, and you take money and you buy that property and you expand it. Your money that comes into your business, the whole of it is not for you. Just have that in mind, because you do have that funding, but it is mismanagement that makes you think you don't have it, because you have not set up a system of managing your funds. So if you know you want to scale your business, set up a system of managing your funds. Don't treat your business as if it's one big bag that is there and you just be dipping out inside. One day you dip and find out there is nothing. It has finished. Alright, next slide. The next thing is build a team. That's the next key. Ensure you and your team are on the same journey, heading in the same direction. You know, you go and employ people for your farm. You, as the business owner, you are in A, they are talking A. The people around you, they don't even know the A. All they know is that they are eating chicken. That's their own mind. The Bible says, make the vision plain. In Habakkuk, make the vision plain so that those who read it will understand it and run with it. Have you made your vision plain? Have you carried your team members along to understand what the vision of the farm is? The people that you have employed? Or do they see, I'm working in a farm, chicken every day, we'll eat it. Depends on you. So what is the vision? And how are you making sure you are adopting a collaborative approach? Collaborative in the sense that for every business there must be a day throughout the week that all of you meet. You call everybody in the farm, you sit down, a strategy session. You sit down and you talk about the vision, you talk about the growth, you talk about where you are going, you talk about challenges, you talk about well-being of team members. You discuss all that. Don't just run your business as if it's like a personal pet project that you are holding in your pocket. Have you noticed that in the Western world, maybe in 1950, a man started a farm. In 2022, the great-great-great-grandchild is still running that farm. Why doesn't it happen in Africa? It's because no system in place. So there is nothing, you are not believing that you are building an institution. I love all the gowns you are wearing now. You know you have gone through the academy. You've started. But build an institution with your business. An institution that your great-great-grandchild, if Christ tarries, will run it. Build it. Because that's what happens in the Western world. You see farms Old farms. There's one pepper farm in the United States. It was started in 1900 something. It's still there. The great-great-grandchildren are the ones running it now. They were on CNN interviewing them. Can we do that? All you have to do is set up your system. Another thing about, you must keep your vision very simple. Sometimes we think that a successful vision is the one that is so ambiguous that even you need dictionary and you need to go through school to understand it. What is your vision? Keep it simple. Don't make it ambiguous. Don't make it something that nobody can read and understand. I don't need a dictionary to go through to be able to understand your vision. Immediately I read it, I get it. Because if you don't make it easy, your team members won't even understand. Even you don't understand, but you felt that it is well sounding, so you wrote it. So keep it simple. Next slide. Be innovative. Invest in technology, which is very key. Just because that is the way it was done in 1900 doesn't mean that you must do it like that now. Invest in technology. Learn about it. One thing about technology is that it keeps on coming. It never stops. There will always be new ones. And there will always be easy ones. I remember a time for you to eat Farmalert and you have to wake up early, boil the yam and begin to dig it until the Farmalert is ready. But now we have so many devices. All I do is boil the yam, put it inside that device, press a button, Farmalert is ready. And you eat it. Technology. But some people will say, no, it's not the same. It does not have that taste. You don't know that sweat entering it is part of what makes it sweet. But that's a fact. Invest in technology. What is that technology that you need that will make your farm thrive? What is it? Bring it in. And one thing that I love about Africa is that in building technology, the Western world might have something that is so sophisticated that even you don't know where to press the buttons. But an African will come, look at that one, and do one that you can operate. That's what happens. See our grinding machine. Can you see it outside? It's not in the Western world. What they know is that one they press button, and the thing grinds. So please invest in technology. Reinvent your business. What do I mean by reinvent your business? Have a way to give your business a new lease of life. You understand? You know, there are sometimes we women will come into the house. We don't like the way the chairs are arranged. We don't want this curtain anymore. And we just change the curtains, we change the arrangement of the chairs. We've just given that sitting room a new lease. That's the same thing you should do in your business. Reinvent it. Always let your customers come. I like this. You've done something new today. It makes the customers to keep on coming. But when they come, the chair that has been here for the last 20 years is still the same chair in the same spot now, torn, is still there. They are discouraged because you are saying something with that business. It's not growing. It's not working. So let's reinvent our business. Build a niche. What do I mean? Become the expert of your field. That's part of why you came for the academy. I like what you said. You are now a vet doctor. You now have that knowledge. That's what it takes. It's just going the extra mile in studying about that business place where you are. I don't believe that I should be part of something and I'm not reading about it. I'm not learning about it. I'm just doing the business. You should be able to study. What will make my farm different? What do I need to do? What have others done? I'm standing here because I'm standing on the shoulders of people who have gone ahead of me. Do you get it? So, who are the people who have gone ahead of you that you can stand on their knowledge and begin to build up? Don't leave your business and you feel that there's nothing. So stay ahead of the pack. And the only way you can stay ahead of the pack is by becoming an expert in your field. And being that creative person that looks at every aspect of your business. Next slide. Be creative. Find your market. You know, I love the season now. Anywhere is a market. Anywhere. Markets of those days is like, you have a Omomosho market, you have a Roju market, you have this one market, but these days, even here is a market. Anywhere can be your market. I can decide that you need 3 broilers, right? I'll bring it for you. That's my market. I don't need to sit in one place and I'm saying I am selling my best in this space, and that's all. Find your markets. Those days are gone. If you truly want to make impact and you want to scale, find those markets. Corporate bodies are markets. Hotels are markets. Supermarkets that they sell frozen fish, frozen chicken, everything, they are your market. You are not waiting for the day the whole world will come and drive to your farm and make an order. You can take that bread to them. So find those markets. Be intentional. Don't keep doing things the same old way. Think outside the box. Be intentional with your business. Think outside the box. We can't continue doing it like that. It was done like that in 1940. Doesn't mean we should still continue doing it in 2022. It worked then, but it might not work now. And you are forcing it to work. If your market doesn't come to you, go to them. Advertise. Put yourself out there. How many of us are on social media? All the graduates. How many of us are on social media? Good. The more social media you are on, the better. Advertise on Instagram. I like Instagram because you can do a lot of adverts on Instagram. Advertise. Use Instagram. Advertise. Advertise your product. Do you belong to certain WhatsApp group? Advertise your products there. Your church group, whatever group, advertise your product there. Just make sure you are putting yourself out there. Have your ready-made online flyer. When they come, you just send. What are you doing? You send. You send. Why? Because it's already there in your phone. Nobody can say anything now. All of us have mobile phones. You don't need to wait until you have a laptop. And with your mobile phones, you can create anything. So please put yourself out there. Invest in yourself and in your craft. That's one thing that many people don't think about. You don't invest in yourself. Coming to this academy is an investment in yourself and in your craft. Buying good clothes for yourself is not a sin. It's an investment in yourself. Will you do business with someone who is not properly dressed? No. Will you want to address or come to do anything with someone that is smelling, looking somehow? No. An investment in yourself is your total package. Because when you come out, people want to respect you. But there's a way you will appear. They won't even see you, they will pass and be looking for, I'm looking for that woman. They say, you just passed her. That woman is the one, or that man is the one. I'm not buying. And they go. It happens. I'm not buying. They will go. If that person looks like that, that means that the chicken it has an issue. It has an issue. If I eat it, I might get germs. Do you understand? Invest in the way you look and your appearance and how you carry yourself. Invest in it. Because however you are, that is how people will address you. Try it. Dress sharply and go to a place. And you see that people will be passing you as if they know the human being is not even there. Now go back home, dress well and come out. Good morning, man. Good morning, sir. That's what they will say. That's the way the human world is wired. You can't change it. People go by sight. They go by sight. Before someone will see that the character is good, they want to see what they want to be satisfied with what they are seeing physically. Character is not written on your forehead. Neither is it written on your dress. It's not. So please, let's be careful. Trust. This one is very important. Trust. Build trust with your clients. Don't tell someone, come and buy the bread. It is 1,200. And your customer goes to another place, the same kg, buys it for 900 naira. Because when you looked at that client, you felt this one has money, can pay this one too, let me just pay and say 1, 2. By the time that person buys that bread from another person at 900 naira, the person will never come back to you because you lied. They feel cheated. So we must build trust with our clients. If they tell you, I want 10 birds, and I'm going to pick it at 9 a.m. Make sure that the birds are ready at 9 a.m. Don't let the customer come. Ebelema, I'm very sorry. Please, don't worry. Just sit down. It will soon be ready. 1 hour, the person is still sitting down. Why? Because you did not even attend to the order. The person will not come back home. The person will just be there. No problem. Today, let me just collect my bed. I'll never come here again. That's what the person will be doing. They are just waiting. You bring, sorry, I hope you come another day. They'll collect the bed, but you know that person, that's it. You've just lost one business. And you know one thing with bad news? It spreads very fast. Bad news, it can spread. That woman, don't even bother. That man, don't go there. They will not deliver. They will tell you now that the bed will be, you will come there, you stay for 5 hours. Maybe the person stay 2. You stay for 5 hours. So please, let's be careful with our clients. Be transparent with every transaction and business. Be very transparent. Be very, very transparent with your business and your transactions. Be diligent. There's another quotation that I love in the Bible. It says, "Seest thou a man that is diligent in all his ways? He will sit before kings and not mean men." Do you understand? Be diligent. Whatsoever your hand has found to do it well. The business will come. One thing I have realized about people, especially business people in Africa, is that we have not put in the discipline that corporate people put in their work. A corporate person knows at 8 a.m. I'm in my office. 4 p.m. I close. But the business person strolls in at 2 o'clock. So how are you people? What has happened today? Okay now, just be doing it. I'm coming. That's not diligence. Because it is your business. If the corporate person is going there at 8, you'll be there at 7. And be the last person to leave. Make sure that your eyes are dotted, your T's are crossed. That's what it takes. Be diligent with your work. Don't do it, am I not the executive director and the founder, executive director, am I not the everything? Anything I like, I can do. It will not go. It won't. You can't scale that business. Because your attitude towards that business is very, very important. Whatsoever you sow in it. You know one thing about sowing and reaping that is very dangerous. You know, if you plant a seed of corn, when you are reaping, it's not that seed you reap. The corn will grow and maybe have like 5 ears. So it's a multiplier effect. So that thing you are sowing, if it multiplies, how will it affect you? So always think about that. Next. So let me know your questions. Thank you.
Questions? At this point, if you have questions for Mrs. Josephine, you can just indicate. A round of applause. She did it so well. Yes. Discipline, diligence in our business. So moving to the next agenda, we'll be having Mr. Nasiru Katuram from Kenya.
Uganda.
Uganda, sorry. We'll be taking us on a brief of making more health and Farmalert. I hope he's online, he can hear us.
I'm sorry, I can't see you. I'm not getting a confirmation as to whether you can hear me.
I think he's talking, but we
because I can see you, but I don't know if you can hear me.
Okay, we can hear you now.
We can hear you now.
You can hear me now, good.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, good. So I'll get started, I guess. Well, thank you all very, very much for inviting me to this momentous occasion. My name is Nasir Katuramu. Very, very proud at this point. Just seeing everything that's going on with the Farmalert Academy. I work with Ashoka, the Making More Health Accelerator program. And I'm really, really humbled and honored to be a part of this event where we celebrate the graduation of the final class of the Farmalert Academy. You should all be very, very proud of yourselves. Please give yourselves a hand clap for that. It's all thanks to the dedication and the hard work of Femi and his team, without whom we didn't have gotten this far. So I'd just like to recognize Femi and his team for all the hard work and all the blood and sweat that has gone into designing and implementing this program in such a short period of time. So Femi, congratulations, job well done. So Femi asked me to speak briefly about the Making More Health Accelerator program and Ashoka, as well as our relationship with Farmalert. So I'll just do that. I won't take too long because this is a day of celebration. So I want to keep this very short. So as a brief background, Making More Health is a partnership between Boehringer Ingelheim and Ashoka. It's been going on for about 10 years, now. And it's two organizations that came together to implement and co-create initiatives that would advance access to healthcare in underserved communities around the world. And one of those initiatives was the Making More Health Accelerator program, which has now been running since 2017. So it's been running for about 4 years. And during that time, we have worked with a small group of very innovative businesses in the healthcare space, serving both humans and animals from across Africa. We have worked with about 3 to 4 businesses every year since we started. And when we work with these businesses, we provide them with technical and financial support for them to unlock their capacity to scale, to impact more people, and to become more sustainable. And in 2021, we're very proud to have gotten involved with Farmalert. Farmalert was one of 4 businesses that we recruited in our cohort of 2021. And we are so proud of everything that they have been able to accomplish in just a very short period of time of engaging. I think we have been working together now for about 6 or so months. And in that time, Farmalert has been able to do significant things. Among which they have expanded. So we are so proud to have seen Farmalert in such a short period of time do incredible things, including setting up a call center to provide remote support to farmers across Nigeria on issues to do with animal health. They have also gone on to set up a market access program that is guaranteeing reliable income to the farmers that they work with. They have not just done that. They have also gone as far as expanding their service centers from 3 to 5 to take their services closer to the farmers. And last but not least, they have also set up this academy. It is incredible to see how this academy, the idea, was born within this accelerator not more than 6 months ago. So coming up with the idea, setting the program up, writing the curriculum, inviting the students, delivering the content, and now graduating you all in less than 6 months. So I hope that in addition to the skills and the knowledge that you've gathered, being a part of this program over the last few weeks, you've not only picked up farming skills, but I hope that you've been inspired by Femi and his team. And you also see what it takes to actually develop, to manage, and to run an enterprise. That go-getter attitude, that ability to make things happen, that ability to solve problems, the ability to deliver results, it makes all the difference. And I think Farmalert, Femi and his team have demonstrated that in such a short period of time. And so we are so proud. But I'm not the only one who's proud. I hope you're all proud of your achievements individually. I hope that you all see everything that you've achieved. So you guys are on a different path to success now. So congratulations to every single one of you individually. Congratulations to all of you collectively. I hope that you will continue to take this teamwork and the opportunity to collaborate into the work that you're going to be venturing into and into the farms you're going to be building going forward. And on that note, I would like to invite a close friend of mine and a colleague who works with Boehringer Ingelheim, and he manages the Making More Health Accelerator on behalf of Boehringer Ingelheim in Africa. Him and I work very closely to manage the program. Dr. Christopher Imbaya, I would like to invite him to just give a few words. And as I part ways with you, I would just like to say congratulations once again. Really proud of you all, and a big thank you.
Thank you very much.
I believe Christopher is online. Christopher, are you there?
For the introduction. Yes. Yeah, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, we
can hear you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nasir, for the warm introduction, and thank you, Femi, for inviting us to this auspicious occasion. So I will start with a quick congratulations to each and every one of you. You are all looking very nice in the graduation gown. I wish I could be putting on one like you. It definitely means that you have done hard work, and not only done hard work, but you have achieved your objective. And I can only wish you the best as you go back to implement what you have learned back in your farms, because at the end of the day, this is supposed to benefit you and to benefit the society that you are serving. Otherwise, you have had, my name is Christopher Imbaya. We partner in this together with Nasir, with Femi, and his team there, representing the various organizations. I work for Boehringer Ingelheim, based in Nairobi, Kenya, and overseeing the Making More Health activities in Sub-Saharan Africa. And Nasir comes from Ashoka, who is our collaborative partner in the Making More Health initiative. And Femi comes from Farmalert, which is a social enterprise that, as has been clearly said, has done so much within the last couple of months, completely demonstrating that there's a lot of capacity and opportunities out there that can be harnessed to develop for the betterment of the society. So as the three organizations, this is definitely a good outcome for us. And we are very keenly watching on the next steps and the outcomes of what you will do after this training, so that we come and see the changes that have come out of this initiative. And I'm hoping that I can personally do that, if not soon, maybe a later part of this year or not too far from now. So yeah, I don't want to take too much of your time, myself as well, because you need time to celebrate. And I'll just repeat my congratulations to each and every one of you, thanking you, Femi, for initiating the process and coming up to this stage, and hoping that then we can do much more work together to support the farmers out there, to impact the society's needs for farming products. So it's really my pleasure to be with you. And please have a successful graduations, and once again, congratulations. Thank you.
So I think before I know they will be staying with us throughout the meeting, but I want us to just take a moment and also thank them. But one of the key things they want to see is the impact it has made. I know we tried to do that in the beginning, but I want us to just take 2 or 3 students, share your experience, how has it been, and then how far you've gone. Just about 3 minutes, and then we're done. Then we'll cut the cake, we'll do the graduation, we'll start the award, and then we'll marry and party. That'll be good, right? All right, so I'm going to invite 3 people quickly, or maybe let's make it 4. The first 4 that are standing, that are in front of us, Ms. Chineye, you start, Ms. Obiano takes next stage, Ms. Ngozi, and then Razak. So let's take it in that order. So just be open, what has the academy done for you, and how has it impacted your own business? Thank you.
Farmalert has done so much for me. It has opened my eyes to the things that have not been doing well in my farming business. You know, I was just a regular farmer, making mistakes, having a lot of mortalities, not getting productivity on my edge. But right now, I have the confidence, after this training, I have the confidence to even do up to 10,000. I can talk confidently on anything, any topic you bring about, on birds, on layers, on anything about poultry. I can answer any questions that people ask me. I'm more confident right now. I don't complain anymore. Before I can call, people 8 times a day. So I generally downstairs. But now I manage virtually everything. So I'm very, very happy. And I say that more wins to you people. This academy is going to we'll bring our old farmers and they'll come and get trained. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Like I have said, and I'll still continue to say, Farmalert And God just used them to bless us. Let me just say that. Many farmers have been doing it wrong, and I was among them before. We've been doing it wrong. Because when we came here, we saw so many things. We see God. So if not for farmers, we'll just continue with this, you know. Every day I wake up every day to be a courageous farmer. A farmer that I go to my farm and I give instructions. They look at me and say, this woman knows this job. She knows it. One day I entered my pen and I have some of my birds have collapsed. Some of my birds have collapsed. Okay. So I just brought them out. I asked my pen attendant, come. You can help these birds. Don't just look at them. You know, after their anus came out, you just let them like that. They'll die. You bring them out. But before you touch them, you wash your hands, infect your hands, use the disinfectants. I taught them how you can push that in. And since that day, you know, my veterinary doctor, I have a veterinary doctor on my farm. So he came around and said, how you guys doing this? Madam got all these things. And he said, okay, that's good. So about biosecurity too, we've been having it, very rough. But when I came to Farmalert, I knew what biosecurity is. And according to Dr. Wadet, he said, if your biosecurity is very strong and you get it right, you don't need to be giving your birds antibiotic every time, like Panadol, like paracetamol. And I have a farm here, my 5,000 birds in Eleko here, and I can confidently tell you that for the past 8 months, I'm not giving them any antibiotic. What I owe them is multivitamins. I give them multivitamins, and they are so tired. I have not given them antibiotic. Number one, I make sure the litters have been cleaned every day, because I noticed those ones older have been affected with the ammonia acid. Once the litter is more than 2-3 days. So what will I do? I now hire some outside guys, especially from that behind my farm, and I pay them 50 carbon every month. I told my husband, the money I spend on antibiotics, if I pay people to clear my litter every day, I will spend the money. And that is true, and it's helping me. Because I came to Farmalert, my eyes are open to cleanliness in my pen, to cleanliness in my farm, and that will avert so many diseases for my birds. Like I told them in my bird farm yesterday, I said, look, all this mortality of a thing, like 3 days ago, I took some things to the lab. Even my feed, once they bring in feed for me, I take them to lab. I want to know what my chicken are eating. It costs me money. Anytime I take feed to lab, I pay 16,000. I want to know what my birds are eating. The amount of energy in that feed, the amount of crude. No, doctor. You are trained also. We are so happy. I'm happy to be part of Farmalert. Thank you so much. You are really helping.
Yes, we can Farmalert physically. This poultry business, I have passion for that. I started it long time ago, but I have been making mistakes, making serious mistakes. It has not been getting it right. But I thank Farmalert. You open my eyes of understanding, to know the hidden losses in poultry business, which is the key. To know the record keeping and to know the biosecurity in this business. I thank God. They opened my eyes that made me to go and buy this land that I bought. And I'm looking forward that God will help me establish it.
Hello once again. Farmalert has greatly influenced us, particularly myself. Because like I said earlier, before I came in, I thought I knew a lot. But getting to meet people with years of knowledge, experience and everything. So Dr. Olawale, Dr. Moses, in fact, all of them, it has been a great pleasure through this academy, and thank you particularly for giving us this platform to actually explain, get to know that there's a lot we are actually lacking behind. So today, I can work with anyone. Like I had some experience over the years. So like I said, because it's what I studied in school and I've been in the farm for some time. So some people will actually call me to help them with their own farm. So they were complaining, having so at the time I'm like, okay, what's the problem with production? By the time I hear their percentage, I tell them, see, what I'm even having in my farm too. It's almost the same thing. So, but today I can communally go to any farm. And actually, to my own capacity, can tell what's actually wrong. So if they need to call the vet, I'll let them know. Something I can. So the confidence is there now because we get to know more. And like, okay, for example, the issue of vaccine and vaccination. So most of the time we see vaccination failed, things like that. We keep vaccinating like every 4 weeks though. So you get to understand. So Dr. Moses simplified everything. This vaccine, the use of it. Why is it failing? So things we can do. So a whole lot. In fact, we are loaded, to be sincere. Thanks so much. Thanks to everybody, BNI, Africa, Farmalert. We really appreciate this and we promise to always make it right.
So, you know, one of the, we will need to hurry because she wants to leave. We'll do like 3 things at the same time because we need our presence to do that. We'll need to cut the cake, we'll need to give the award, and then we'll need to take pictures together. Is that fine? And all this whole thing will happen within 10 minutes because she needs to leave. So when you were talking, one of the key things, please you can bring the cake forward. I think we need the table there. That's very okay. One of the key things that occurred to me, you can imagine this is just 10. What will happen if it's 100? What will happen if it is 1,000? We can literally change the industry. Like we can literally change the industry. But also want to commend every one of you for the seriousness you put in, for the commitment, for coming to class, for writing the exam. They wrote the exam. We're marking their script. We mark text script, we mark attendance, we mark, and then some but again, thank you so very much. Some people's handwriting were fine, some people were not. But you know, we just all go there. Some people achieved, some people well do it. But again, the end goal is that everyone became better. And whoever goes with gift today, well, we will celebrate with the person who did it. Just ensure that your result, it's also a good gift. So I want to, I think the camera, will you be good that way? To pick, to pick the cake. Okay, no, maybe we can just stand and then hold, yes, and hold the cake. Alright, so let's do, please, can we come up? So, I'm not sure if I'm a very good MC cutting cake, but
we'll be spelling Farmalert.
Or maybe we should spell farmers.
Farmers, okay.
So we'll call like 3 words all together. But again, since time is going, we just need to quickly call. So when I call a word, we call it after me. I call another one, we call it after me, and then that will be it. And so the first word we want to, the first bosa we want to give is to all farmers. So when I say bosa to farmers, we all say bosa to farmers. Alright, so the first bosa we are going to be giving to the farmers. Say bosa to all farmers. Bosa! Another person who has made this possible is Boringa Inlayan. I know that would be difficult for you to pronounce, but just say bosa to BI. Bosa to BI. And then the third organization we'll be calling is the Making More Health Initiative. So the third bosa is to Making More Health Initiative. Can we all say bosa? And then to Ashoka, whom Mrs. Josephine has come to represent, supporting social entrepreneurs like us. The last, no, not the last bosa. The second to the last bosa is to Ashoka. Can we all say bosa to Ashoka? Bosa to Ashoka. Then, of course, to Farmalert, who has given this platform. That's the second to the last. Maybe good speakers say second to the last. So, bosa to Farmalert. Bosa. Then to all students for your dedication, for your commitment, for staying through within these 10 weeks, and then passing all of you passed anyway. So bosa to you all! Thank you so very much. That's what we cut the cake. Alright, so the award we will now be giving, please sit down, we'll just quickly call.
Before we announce the winner of $250,000, initially, some people don't want to take the test. Some people are writing the test for the sake of writing. But today, somebody is going home with $250,000 for doing well in their life. So we'll unveil that later. But for now, we'll be awarding the person that expanded our farm, Mrs. Obiano. She actually moved from 5,000 to 26,000. Wow. She's getting the she came in as a novice, but she got the confidence and went ahead to get land for expansion. And then the third person goes to I think
we can call the people you have called.
Okay, Mrs. Obiano.
Although she was missing her test. So, Madam, where you from? So, she has achieved one of the good results that we want, farm expansion, and at least the highest expansion. Congratulations.
And then I'll call on Mrs. Ngozi Blessing.
Okay, she also has achieved one of the results we want, the big step of you took to get a land to expand your farm. And then last to Mrs. Chinyere. All women are just carrying. So please come forward. All right.
You may rule the world.
You are going to win the prize. All right, so the big one.
Everybody knows what actually happened and why the person that is getting this 250,000 is actually. I think I have to announce this.
Okay, you want to announce it?
Yes, these calls. I shouldn't do that. Okay.
Alright, so
but we actually did our due diligence. The lecturers marked. Dr. Kayode vetted everything, and then at the end of the day, we have just one person. Just one person. You see, we're not being partial now. It's going to Mr. Razak. He actually did well. In terms of handwriting, he had that. And like he knows, like he had 100% attendance, 100% test, and the exam he did well. So it's not like
Alright, so I think it's now she needs to leave. But as I said, if you didn't get anything right, the good thing is that Nasir has asked me to compile everybody's name and then making more help. We'll be reaching out to you within the course of 1 week. I think they're proud of everything we did and they are willing to offer and extend their support. So they'll be reaching out to you directly or through me, depending on how it goes. So we want to congratulate everyone. We do the party and then we take group photographs. There. So I think it's time to now take pictures. Yes, we can take pictures. How do we? So we sit down, maybe move the cake.
Yes, so that was just
yes, take pictures. We actually bought AC. I don't know what happened to this. But
No, we'll just stand the way we stood to cut the cake.
What do you camera?
Femi, come. I hope you can catch this.
Can you catch everybody? Or you probably move.
Can she come?
Yes, come on.
Hope the light is not changing my icon.
Can you close it?
this.
Oh, yeah. Just for the picture. It will still be there. You need it.
Excuse me. Except put it up.
Just for now.
Okay.
Thank you. So we take refreshments and then we do both of them.
Tell me when we can rally.
Any conversation, our graduates. You want to take pictures, you are free. You are free to do that. Yes. And I want to use this opportunity to thank everyone for taking out time. Those that came with the graduates, those that came on invitation. And then want to use this medium as well to say if you're interested in enrolling your farm hands or as an executive yourself, you want to become a vet like Mrs. Oglano, you can get in touch with us. The academy continues, just that it might be for a token. This particular set is being sponsored by Boringa Ingham, but subsequently you might be asked to pay a certain percentage. Yeah. Thank you for coming and thank you for your patience. At this point, we can take pictures, we can dance, we can celebrate.
Can leave.